Hey guys, Ed here. Alright, so I made one of these myself, and I made it out of a Zippo lighter, and I hope it works. I bet it fits. So, this is what else. So, I went online, went on crapco.com. They don't sell them directly, and all of their suggested retailers were sold out. So then I went on Amazon, found one for $28 plus an additional $9. I'm like, no, I'm not paying that much for one of these things. No way. So, but then there was one on Amazon for $4.54, was it, as an add-on option. So I'm like, all right, let's put a video game on and put the add-on in. That's not working either. It has to be something like a brand new rotary tool or something. So I said, you know what, fuck it. I went on Google Images, and I clicked on one of the images on how, the aspect is and blah, blah, blah. That took me to a forum, which, came to a PDF file. I printed it out, and I basically made my own. Now, I made this out of a busted-ass Zippo lighter, just like this one. I don't know what it is about my Zippos. I mean, I just fueled it. It worked for like a second. Now it don't work. Anyway, I had a, what was it, 8-inch or 9-inch? One of the longer ones. It didn't have a hood. And the inside, the hood was crushed. So I pulled the insert out. And using nothing more than my Dremel, the pieces that come with the Dremel kit, some of these reinforced wheels. Actually, I only used these two. This was a brand new one. That's an older one. You want to keep the smaller ones. I should have wore gloves. If you can see that. Solar Man, it's carbon. Basically dirt. So what I did was, now this is not the same size. The rest of the Zippo lighters on the floor in a plastic bag. I don't know what the fuck it is. My room's a mess. So what I did was, I basically just, I cut it. I put this on the drill press instead of using the Dremel. I used the drill press for this part, but I cut it. It took 2 seconds to cut on the drill press using high RPM. But then I switched to the Dremel. I made a V cut, and then using, where is it? Not that fella. Where are you? It might actually be on the Dremel still. Anyway, using a cone bit, I used the cone bit to give me that little round off, and basically back and forth between the Dremel and the drill press. This right here, this little bend, I didn't do that. I just curved it off. That's part of the Zippo. This right here, I actually had to use the drill press for, make that perfect hole. And I used 2 drill bits. I made actually a line. This part right here, this narrow one. And then I just widened this up here. So after that, I used this sucker, well, the other one, I have a couple, the wire bit, and I just deburred it. Just deburred it, the whole thing. And I hope this works, because I am not paying $30 for a Crapco shepherd's crook, hook, retaining pin, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it fits, where did I put that paper? The aspect 1-to-1 ratio on how to cut it, where to cut it. It's basically a 1-to-1 guide, and it basically told me on, how long this has to be, how, and such. It didn't say anything about using a Zippo lighter. It just said use a piece of, what was it, 440 or 441 stainless. I don't know. I'm not a metallurgist. I don't. It just said use that. I just used the Zippo lighter, and basically The instructions didn't say anything about a drill press. It just said how to use it with, with a Dremel. See, there's another cutting wheel in there. There's a brush wheel. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. And yes, this is a pizza box. Really hope I got this right. But before I install it, I want to show you one thing. Well, two more things. Alright, now. Don't worry about this. This is just cosmetic. Paint this up. I rounded it off. It's nice and perfect. I shot this last week. And I rocked in 3 different of my drum mags. Rocked in 3 different drum mags. Only fired a couple rounds for each of them. Not wasting my ammo. And rocked in a couple of banana mags. And I'm having feeding problems. So I figured it out. And another thing is, here's the forward guard. Now, you know those Mickey Mouse piece of shit grips that these things come with. They're like, they're supposed to be that way and that way. Well, I got, a couple more Hogue grips. I got another green grip. So I actually tried it like this, sort of like a Tommy gun, Thompson 45. Insufficient clearance for, you can rock in one. You can rock the magazine in, whether it's a drum or a banana mag. My bad, a standard 30 round capacity magazine, but they will not rock out. Insufficient clearance. So what I think I'm gonna do is drill all the way up here. Just drill a little hole, and then cut an X, and just punch the jig through, the little square jig. Just punch it through. That's the easiest way I know how to make a square, is to drill a hole, cut an X, and then punch it through, and then with a file shape it off to a perfect square. Then I'll fill this sucker in and paint over it, sand it flat, so that the grip is all the way up here. I got another green one that's in the box, so that I have 2 grips, 2 Hogue grips, and this is all, so it'll be all the way up here. That way I can rock in and rock out a drum or a banana mag with my 2 favorite Hogue grips. Oh yeah, and let me show you. Alright, you see this is the secondary rail. I left this one, my bad. This is the secondary rail. I was looking to the camera. This is the secondary rail. I left this one alone. But on this one, as you can see, well, you can't see how I grinded it down. See, gave it a curve, grind it down. I still have to. It's fine the way it is. I don't think I need to clean it up. I hit the dimple a little bit, but it's fine. It's cosmetic. So let's danger this puppy up. Now don't worry, everything's tied down. There's no bolt. There's no way this gun can fire. So let me show you. See, there's the ramp, not the ramp, the rail on that side, and there's the rail. Oh, lost focus. There's the rail on this side. Perfectly snug magazine, and just the right amount of rocking from forward to back to rock out mags, but there's no left or right rock in mag wobble. Now here's the feeding problem I was having. The rounds are scratched. The rounds are hitting this right here and getting stuck. So what I got to do is I got to take Dremel with maybe the flex shaft, maybe a cone bit, grind this so that it's at an angle, and maybe even give this a little tiny channel, like, so that the rounds can make the clearance. Because I tried a couple different magazines, and they're reaching the right, that right height. They're reaching the right height. They're not getting enough clearance to go over without hitting this, to make, from here to here. So I think I'm going to grind this down at an angle just a little bit. Because as it is, like, an AK is supposed to be 100%. Even if it's a Wazer, Wazer 10, GP Wazer 1060, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's in the AK platform, it's supposed to be 100%, even if it's a piece of shit. So, without further ado, swap out, take the magazine out. Let's take out the hook. Alright, hold on. Sorry about that. I had to use two hands. I forgot that I had to press down on the sear and at the same time pull up on the safety selector in order to get to unlock. But the hook is already loose now. Get the pliers. Yeah, you little son of a bitch. See? Now, this is after I bent it in all which ways, but when I got it, besides this loop, it was straight. So, did what I could. It was, straight. So, I bent it here, here, here. So let's see if this sucker fits. Alright, so worked pretty good. I drilled the holes exactly where they're supposed to go. Followed the directions pretty damn good. Had to wiggle in the front hook to get it in there, but none of the pins are walking out. They're all under. They're all in there. They're all under retention, and they're all by the selector instead of just being bent to to be under the hook. Pretty good. And I thought I had made it a little too thin. Oh, came out pretty good. So that's that. This is the old hook. Dirty ass nails. So you had to bend it, and bend it, and bend it, and bend it. And I could tell from shooting this thing it's all warped. Those pins definitely wanted to walk off of this thing. So now I can throw that out. I have enough material left on the leftovers of the Zippo to make another one, so I might make another one. Not for the Mini Draco. The Mini Draco has a shepherd's hook in it that's fucking perfect. But on another build,